Sam Hill's going on here?
Good morning, everyone. Happy
Sunday coffee chat.
Cheers.
Cheers. Love you.
Cheers,
everybody. Ooh, that's some hot coffee.
Things are a little backwards,
Son of a
topsy-turvy, inside out, upside down.
My fault we didn't have one yesterday.
Oh, it is not.
I
No, it
tripped
isn't.
and hit my head on a snare drum, and I think I have a percussion.
It is not your fault. So,
It kind of is.
no.
You know how you're supposed to plan out A, B, and C for places to stay? Like if you're boondocking or you're dry camping or you're going to a state park and you know it's going to be full, so you have a plan B, which I did because they have two loops, and I thought, well, let's go to the other loop, and I didn't really think the other loop would be full, and I didn't have a plan C, so I screwed up.
Oh, you did not. It's not your fault that it was full. And you rectified it very nicely.
Whatever.
So we'll skip ahead on the board and go straight
Sorry,
to
I know you've got
why
it all.
things are topsy-turvy here. When we left my sister's on Monday, we went to Washoe Lake State Park in hopes of finding a spot. They do not have reservations there. They have two loops. One has electricity and the other one does not. So we, of course, went for the one for electricity because we were expecting some cold nights. Well,
It was full.
it was full, so we went around the other loop, and it was full.
There was actually, you were saying this, there was actually a couple sites that we could have maybe squeezed into, but I doubt it. I seriously
we
doubt
got
it.
out and looked at one, but it was on a little curve thing.
Like a little pull out. Almost.
And our kitchen and bedroom slides would have been in the road, and it would have, no.
Wouldn't
So
have
that, and there was like a couple that were definitely only for cars.
Yeah.
We would not have fit even our truck in one of them, I don't think. So there were not any available spaces for us. So we drove on to Carson City, got some fuel, tried to figure out a plan. Tom tried calling the Gold Dust Casino RV place, and they never answered. So we just went on to our next stop, which was Urington, the abandoned drive-in.
Yep.
So I was super upset, not at Tom. I was just sad because I had planned on having, no, it wasn't. I had planned on having a whole nother week to get to say goodbye to family and stuff. So because we didn't get that, Tom was so sweet, and he suggested that I go to Reno on Friday, drive out, because we were an hour and a half away in Urington from Reno. So he said, why don't you take the truck, drive into Reno, go say goodbye to your mom and daughter. And so I did. It was wonderful.
Spend the night, Friday night.
Yep. Spent the night, Friday night
with Jolene.
Jolene and the boys. And I had picked my mom up, and we went to go see my Aunt Muriel so I could say goodbye to her too. And then we went to dinner at Jolene. She made this big Thanksgiving dinner.
Guess who wasn't there?
She had planned the whole thing and had already shopped for it before we said that we couldn't come because we couldn't find a spot in Washoe. So anyways, it was wonderful. I got to say goodbye to everybody. My son couldn't be there because two people at his work are sick and have tested positive for COVID, so he couldn't come. So that was sad, but I was really, really glad, and I feel so much better that I got to go and say goodbye and get my hugs and get my snuggles with my grandsons. And I felt bad that Tom couldn't go, but love him to death for letting me go do that. It meant a lot to me. Suggesting. It was your idea.
Suggesting's better. I don't let you do anything. You do what you want.
Oh no. So anyway, so we've been traveling. We're in Hawthorne right now at an RV park because we're supposed to have some
single digits tonight.
Some very cold weather, cold snaps coming through. So we wanted to be where we could plug in Tom's little portable heater so he can keep himself warm.
We want to keep the basement warm.
Yeah.
So have an electric heat, and we've got a little heater that goes in the basement that will help the heat down there with the tanks and things like that, because we don't have tank heaters. And
The furnace ducts do go through
they are
the
vented
basement
down
so.
there, but it's just not enough when you get down to single digits.
Yeah.
So, but we'll be good. We're going to stay here for 3 nights, maybe 4 nights before we start heading south, and we still, going to zigzag our way through Nevada before we end up in Bakersfield to visit our daughter and our doctor, our annual doctor visits that first week of December, and then off to the deserts of Arizona.
Yes. Yes. So now we start with the board, and we'll be skipping over a couple of things. Happy birthday, Darwin!
Darwin!
This is really the reason we waited until Sunday instead of doing Saturday.
Yeah, we didn't want to do a Saturday chat because it wasn't your birthday, but
yeah.
today is, so happy birthday!
Darwin! Darwin is our family in Idaho.
Yep. Darwin and Linda.
Yep, we love them to death. So happy birthday, Darwin. And to sweet little Savannah, their granddaughter. It's her birthday too today. Yep.
That's right.
So last Saturday, after we talked to you, we were getting ready to travel because, like we've said, I think every Sunday or Saturday for the past few weeks, that we've just been getting things ready to go. We didn't do too much on that Saturday because we were going to dinner over at my brother's house. So we went over to Bruce and Jerry's and Savannah's, had a great dinner.
It's awesome.
Mom was there too. Oh, we picked Mom up to take her so she could go too, because she's not wanting to drive at night anymore. So we had a great dinner and a nice visit. It was wonderful. And then Sunday was our last day at my sister's at Wendy and Kevin's.
Packed everything up.
The big packing and the big cleaning and putting all the patio stuff away.
Man, it's just amazing when you do go someplace and you end up staying a month or more like we did, and just crap just gets out and you don't put it away.
Yeah, because you're using it and you're doing extra things that you don't normally do.
It's just crazy amount of stuff. And you get to thinking, okay, where does all this stuff belong?
Yeah.
Where
it's like we took stuff to storage.
Does it have a place?
Yep. So, he's looking over here at a couple of boxes I have of craft
I'm still
stuff.
looking at them.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Well, that box there on the bottom is all of our pictures and stuff that go on the walls.
Uh-huh.
That's always been here.
Uh-huh.
That middle box is almost empty. It's pretty much empty.
Uh-huh.
And that top box I have to go through and put in the different
So if
areas.
it's almost empty, why don't we empty it out and get rid of the box?
Well, the box just folds down flat.
Why don't we do that?
It's not heavy. It's not weight. So what's the difference?
It's taking up my air space. It's taking up breathable air. There'll be more breathable air without the box taking up that space.
Yeah, one little banker's box is really hogging up a lot of room. Oh,
if our oxygen gets cut off, there's only so much space in here for oxygen.
Then I'll let you breathe the air that's in that box.
Okay, there you go. Now I'm happy.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. So that Sunday, I scrubbed the grill, got it all cleaned up and put away. And you put the chairs away, and we both put the big outside rug away, and did some cleaning. Cabinets. So our cabinets, our upper ones, they lift up on a hinge, and they have the little struts.
Yeah.
Well, something happens, and they get really tight, and then they start pulling the hinges out. So when you use them a lot, and on the one where I keep my pots and pans, it's easier just to leave it open. I'm constantly going in it, cooking, for cooking. So, yeah. So, I leave it open, so therefore it gets dusty on top. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Ew, I got your cooties. Cooties, ew.
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 Yeah, oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finish what you're saying about the struts.
Yeah, well, I was saying that it gets dusty up on top of the cabinet because of leaving it open. So I had all that to get cleaned off, and not that I don't dust in between, but when it's next to the kitchen, y'all know. So Monday was our travel day, but it wasn't just our travel day.
No, we went and got tires for Talo. Brand new tires all the way around. The ones we had on there were 6 years old, and it was time. you know, there was still some tread left. There's still quite a bit of tread left on them, actually. They were in good shape. That's what the tire guy told me. But they were aging out. I want to play it safe, so I've got 4, the high-duty rated G Goodyear, what is it, RSTs. I mean, it's the heavy-duty. I think they're either 10 or 12 ply tires, and they're amazing.
Yeah,
and we
you don't
took,
want to mess with safety with tires.
nah, we
especially on
took the
trailer.
best of the 4 and put it on the spare, because the spare was from 2006, I think, was the
Yeah.
date on the tire.
Probably.
So now we're all set. New tires on Ito, new tires on Talo.
Yep.
So
Yep. So
feel pretty good about it.
we got there a little bit before 11 o'clock, which was our appointment time.
Yeah.
And we didn't get out of there till 2:30.
Was it that late?
Yeah. It
Oh
was.
wow.
Yeah. It was
Well, I
2:30.
know they had a little bit of trouble.
They're hard to get, big
Yeah.
old honking tires, and we have a very low clearance, so
Yeah, they had trouble getting them off the rig and out from underneath the side of the rig, because they
was-
didn't jack it up very high. They only jacked it up 2-3 inches off the ground. So they had trouble trying to, slide it underneath like that.
yeah, it was hard for them to get them back on, worse than getting them off.
Yeah.
But they did it, so we had brought lunch and
Yeah.
everything. We just hung out in the truck with the animals because, we were traveling, so we had Bear and Kaylee, and Kaylee was so good. I was shocked. I mean, Bear's happy just being in the truck. It doesn't matter if it's going anywhere or not. She just loves being in the truck. And then Kaylee, she was so good. She just laid there and slept most of the day. She didn't bellyache about anything.
Yeah, she's fine.
She was great. And then we already told you that, we headed out to Washoe Lake. So we didn't get to Washoe Lake till about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which is part of the problem.
That could have been why the place was packed.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe there were some openings earlier in the morning or midday. But, it's water under the bridge.
Yep, it's
enough.
over. It was. So we were very glad that when we got to the drive-in theater in Yerington that it was available.
Yeah.
And that somebody wasn't there.
We were surprised
So-
that there was no one camped out, boondocking on the Sagecrest drive-in area.
Yeah.
We had the whole thing to ourselves for 5 days. It was nice and quiet.
It was. It was. We
So-
only saw that one couple that comes around. They take their dogs up in the
Yeah.
hills behind there to go run them in the evening, and then they come back by. We said hi to them a couple of times, but that was all the people that we saw. So the
Yeah. We got some Throw Up Thursday video coming out this week.
really, whenever,
I think it's this Thursday.
whenever.
I think it'll be part of that.
I don't know. Guess
I
we'll
don't
find
know.
out.
I got
It'll
too
be a
many.
surprise for
I
all
got
of us.
too many working videos going right now on my laptop. I've got like 7 or 8 folders with videos in them that I'm working on, and I've got 3 completed ones. I think it's this week. It could be. Gosh, it could be another couple weeks before it comes out. I don't know. You'll just have to watch and find out.
Yeah. Yeah. So we did have. We just kind of chilled and relaxed and.
Yeah.
Not that we don't do that a lot anyway, but when we go to stay for we weren't sure how long we were going to stay there at first.
Yeah.
And then when Tom came up with the idea of me going to Reno on Friday, we decided we would stay the whole week. So, but we just we don't set up all the way. So we just kind of sit and relax. And I made some cards, and Tom was working on videos on the computer, having
Right.
fun playing with that. And then on Thursday, we went to the auto parts store to get some fuses for the truck. We had a problem with our passenger side blinker and brake light not working on the trailer.
We did videos on that
Yep,
some point early in the summer, middle summer,
yep.
and it's still giving us fits.
What's weird is when we do our light check before we leave to go anywhere, it's on our checklist, we double check the lights, and they were working when we left my sister's. Well, when we get to
Tire place.
yeah, that's right. When we get to the tire place,
They weren't working.
I was guiding him into the spot where we needed to go, and I went, hit your brake lights again, or hit your brakes again, and I went, oh crap, this is not working again.
And I've
So-
tracked it. I've traced it down. Everybody told me. I even went on IRV2.com, and people were saying, it's something wrong with your wiring on the Ford truck. Nope, it's a ground issue on the trailer. The ground probably isn't making a good connection for the right blinker and the right brake light, which is all on the same wire.
Yeah, because the running lights are working.
Running lights work. So I tried a bazillion things and finally replaced fuses and poof. And the fuse I replaced wasn't burnt out. That's what gets me. I don't understand. So, but it's working. I'm not going to question it.
Yeah.
It is working.
Yeah, the last couple of times it was working. So we double checked them even when we got here to this spot in the at the RV park. But so we did that, and then we stopped in the thrift store. That's the Boys and Girls Club thrift store. We've gone there before.
Mason Valley Boys and Girls Club.
Yep, and then we've seen this little pink taco truck next to this little tiny convenience store, and we've never gone to it. And this time we were like, let's go to it because it's just across the street and down a little bit.
Let's just try.
So we went to try
truck.
it. Oh, wowza!
It was incredible food.
Yummy and really reasonably priced, and it was so good. And
if you're ever in Yerington, I mean it's a permanent taco truck location. It doesn't like drive around.
Yeah, we're thinking that it's all the same people that own the little convenience store and the taco truck.
Yeah. They've got a little throw up tent between the truck and the building. Canopy.
Yeah. Canopy over the truck and in front of the building.
The burrito, no kidding, was as big as my face.
It was heavy.
It was heavy. It was big.
Huge.
I said chicken burrito, and she says, you want everything on it? And I said, load it down. Well, by golly, they did. Yep. It was incredible.
I had a couple of chicken tacos, and we're talking taco truck tacos, not Taco Bell tacos. And they were super good. Super good.
Ooh,
so that was really good. Yep. So we got things put away and stuff because when I was going to come home on Saturday, we were going to leave. So we kind of did that on Thursday too, and then Friday morning I finished getting the last of the stuff done that I needed to that you didn't need anymore. And
so Bear, Kaylee, and I had a wonderful Friday afternoon and Friday evening and early Saturday morning. It was so nice and peaceful. There was just no nagging or anything going on.
Because you didn't have anybody to nag to. Ha! So there. And I had a very nice visit with my mom and my Aunt Muriel and Jolene and Scott and Max and Alex.
Whatever.
Oh my God, you're such a girl. So, no, we missed you getting to come too. Everybody was sad that you couldn't be there too, but we just did not feel safe leaving the trailer.
I know.
Alone. So Jolene made him a great big TV dinner full of all of the Thanksgiving food. She made like a big Thanksgiving dinner. We come in the door, my mom and I, and she says, "Happy Hallowsgiving." And I went, "What?" And she showed me the dining room, and it was all decked out with all of her fancy Thanksgiving. She had it decorated for Thanksgiving.
She learned from this one.
And the rest of the house is on Halloween, but she changed the dining room just for that purpose for Thanksgiving, and then she was going to change it back to Halloween.
Anyway, I got leftovers, and they're, Thanksgiving leftovers are always better than the day of.
So that's what he had for supper last night. But
it was so good.
It was wonderful, and the drive was easy. It was only at most an hour and a half.
I
went two different ways because the first time when I went in, I went straight to my mom's, who's in Sparks, and then when I left Jolene's, it's in South Reno, so I went a different way.
Through Carson City.
Yeah. So when I got home, we hitched up. Well, it was real casual because we couldn't check into here until after noon, right?
Yeah.
So we were Tom took the truck and topped it off with fuel, and I finished getting the dishes done and things put away where they needed to go, and we just
This is a nice little park here in Hawthorne. We've got some
Super
video
nice.
on it coming out down the road
Down the
too.
road, yeah.
So,
Yep.
but keep watching for that
Yep.
too. But it's
really nice. We have a really
it's not
pretty
bad.
view. You can't see it because the glare from
Yeah.
the window, but we've got mountains in our
Yeah.
background, and
Not bad at all.
yeah, not too bad. It's
Mm-mm.
and it was a short drive. It's just an hour.
And we're going to stay here, like I said, 3 to 4 nights, probably 4 nights, because it is going to be in the single digits at night. And daytime highs, 30s and 40s today and tomorrow, and then it pops back up into the 60s and 70s after that. So
Well, we're
We
moving
won't-
further south
yeah,
too.
we
So,
won't have an issue once we get going out of here. So
No. But it's nice to be set after boondocking, and I know that a lot of other people have mentioned this before, and it's something that we learned early on. It's nice after boondocking for several days. We were only there for 5, so
Yeah.
we can go 21 days.
We've
But
done that.
It's nice to get to hookups, and then you can empty trash, empty tanks, fill your water, get things cleaned, vacuumed, and we can vacuum with our generator, but
Yeah.
not on the solar. But just get things done like that at full hookups, and then you head off to boondocking again, which we plan on doing once we leave here.
And what she's talking about with the sweeper is we have one of those built-in sweepers. It's not, just a broom.
A sweeper is someone who
And that's you.
uses a broom. A
You ride a
vacuum-
broom most of the time.
Well, yes, but we don't use that one for sweeping.
That's true.
Okay, I have a question. Here's a poll for y'all.
Oh boy. A mini people poll.
At an RV park, yay or nay on wind chimes?
Oh my God.
I guess you can tell what our feeling is on those things. The people next to us have one hanging in the tree.
Right
It's
there.
up there by the bedroom, remember? By that tree?
Oh, I was looking at this tree.
Yeah, no,
Where
it's-
am I? Oh,
Yeah,
it's up there.
it's up there. Up that way. Which we're backwards when you look at us in the camera.
Yeah.
But yeah, right outside of our bedroom window, there's a wind chime in the tree, and it's very, very windy. So
Today,
and it started last night in the middle of the night. So
I almost got up in the middle of the night and went out there and took it down in the darkness.
Yeah, it's very disturbing and annoying.
I might do that tonight, seriously.
No, I might go over there and ask them, do you mind, please take your wind chime down? It makes it very difficult to sleep.
Yeah.
So I'll tell them we're only here for a couple days. You can put it back when we leave. It's just disturbing. So anyway, what are your feelings on wind chimes?
I don't call them that.
Noisemakers.
Noisemakers.
Yep.
Put them out on New Year's Eve.
Hey, they're fine if you're in your own house, out in the middle of nowhere, and they won't disturb anyone else.
Yeah.
We've lived
Yeah.
places where people have had like a ton of them, and it's like, oh my God, that's so awful. Some people love them, some people do not. I mean, I've got a couple little tiny ones in here, but they don't make a lot of
No.
noise. They're just really cute.
There's
So-
no clang, clang, clanging.
No, and my dad had made some that were that really low tone of boom, boom. Those aren't bad. It's the ding ling 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 that
How is it?
ding ling 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 ling.
And on that note, I think we're done.
Are we done?
I hope so.
That's because you're hungry.
I'm very. So, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you. Click the subscribe button if you're just passing through. Become one of us and join our journey. Click the bell, get notified every time we put up a brand new video.
Thanks,
We
you guys.
appreciate
Happy
it.
birthday, Darwin, again.
Happy birthday. See ya!